know, you obviously were excited the other night with the win and talked about getting some swagger back. And then today they led the whole way. Just kind of how tough was that? How frustrating was it that you couldn't build on that win?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously disappointing. We played, but thought we battled against Texas A&M. We've now had two home games where we're not, exhibiting the energy that we need to. So obviously, uh, toughness, rebounding, um, offensively sharing the ball. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and we played against a good team that played with more energy and more connectedness and more toughness than what we played with.
I know you don't like to call timeouts, but I think you called two within about 29 seconds, which I've and with like 6 minute mark in there, 7 minute mark in the first half. How what was the message you were trying to convey? And obviously it didn't
Just
get
we got to
through.
play harder. I mean, that was a pretty simple message, Bob. I mean, uh, the team's got to play harder, tougher. Uh, I mean, we all see it, and ultimately, always falls on coaches, and so we have to do our part as well.
Coach, just I think you might have played 11, 12 guys in the first half searching for something. Is that mainly effort that like you're talking about, or schematically, just the emphasis on trying to maybe
Yeah,
go that
I
deep?
think both. Um, you can't go in a game and give up an easy basket cut, and um, you got to share the ball on. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and then above all else, just playing hard. Yeah.
Do you feel like maybe, I mean, obviously there's no right answer right now, but do you feel like the lack of consistency maybe in a rotation is, starting to have maybe a negative effect on the guys and everything?
I mean, at some point, you know, what do you want us to do? Not try different players? I mean,
T-Mark got off to a little bit of a slow start. Do you think that was just something that
I
South
think
Carolina was
55 is
doing?
a really good defender. I really do. I think he's got really good size. I think he understands spacing. I thought he probably defended individually as well as anybody that we faced. Super solid, really smart, high basketball IQ. Um, I think he's one of the better guards in our league and probably not nearly talked enough about.
He did get going though. T-Mark did. Just what was the key to getting him going there in the second half?
Just trying to run some more pick and rolls with him in the middle of the floor and try to put their 5-man involved, where he could beat somebody off the bounce or get to his mid range.
Coach, you've talked a little bit about rebounding, but on the other end in offense, transition points, you didn't pick anything up in fast break till the second half. Was that an emphasis going into halftime?
Well, I think since I've been here pushing the ball, I mean, if you guys ever see me tell the team to hold up and walk it up, that would be the first time that we've ever done it in the 10 years that I've coached college. So we need our point guards to push the ball with pace, and we need our wings to run, and we need a big to be a rim runner. All things that we talk about every day in our opportunity break. And they do a pretty good job of transition defense too. I mean, South Carolina is a really, really good defensive team.
Yeah, Eric, South Carolina been struggling in SEC play. I think they're shooting about 26% 3-pointers in 4 games. They shot, I think, 50% today. What was the issue with the 3-point defense?
Bob, we haven't guarded the 3 all year. I mean, again, it's our issue to fix as a staff. But we're doing the same drills we did when we led the nation in defending 3, and I don't like to talk about the past, but I have found myself doing that a lot this year. I mean, we know who their shooters are. We knew I mean, we talked about it. They're all assigned a color on the strength of shooting ability. So you've got to be able to go. I mean, we played zone, we played switch, pick and roll. We did tried everything tonight. And none of it was successful. And it's not going to be successful unless everybody's connected, everybody's communicating on the floor. doesn't matter if you play zone, play man, trap. It doesn't. It's so again, that's the toughness, the effort, all that stuff's got to improve.
The under 30 or under 40% shooting both halves, kind of a carryover from the second half the other night. Just kind of what do you have to do to shoot better and score? I mean, the offense just
Yeah, I think when you
struggling.
can beat your man off the dribble and then find a teammate, that's a start. But we have a lot of guys right now that don't know how to set their man up off the ball. I mean, if you watch guys trying to get open, we don't get open enough. We don't cut hard enough. All areas that we've got to continue to try to talk to the team, show them. And then we got to have guard play to beat people off the bounce. And then even, I mean, they had one-on-one situations at their end where they, BJ Mack backed us down. I haven't seen, us do that enough, 1 through 5 position.
TB had a couple of moments tonight where he drove the basket, was aggressive, but he only took 3 shots. They just, how do you get him going offensively?
I mean, got to run the floor. You got to, when you get it, I mean, again, getting open's a problem. I'm not pointing any one guy out, but you got to get open. You got to curl. You got to slash from the weak side. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and then we got to see guys when that happens.
Eric, you've been doing this a long time, had a lot of success, but what's your frustration level right now? Or I don't know, where are you at mentally? I mean, it's got to be obviously very disturbing to you.
Yeah, I just, used to having really competitive groups that are super connected. And so we've got to try to help this group as much as we can, moving forward.